Back about 30 minutes ago, he was inside where the flooding was already happening in a pizza shop there. Jack, back outside, how are things looking today?
Hey, Brian and Amanda, that's right. That pizza shop, of course, because the tide is not at its highest point yet, is still flooded, still taking on so much more water. But where I'm standing right now is about 500 feet away from the pizza restaurant. You can see how large this boardwalk is, that it's just flooding such a large square area of this boardwalk. And you can see out this way that we are basically standing in the ocean, where you could see we're pretty much at the level with the boats. We feel the waves as they come in and out, pushing in and out. So again, that surge and that tide that are coming in. Now we're going to take a little bit of a walk this way, because this, now that we've seen the businesses start flooding, this is now kind of the other thing we're focusing on, is that for those of you familiar with the Boothbay Harbor area, there is a footbridge that connects you between the two peninsulas. And when this area flooded back on Wednesday, and you can feel that wind if you guys could hear that back at home, but when we talked about the flooding that happened on Wednesday, we talked about the footbridge, and the footbridge almost flooded on Wednesday. And if you can look this way, that brown walkway, that is the footbridge. So you can see it is just inches away from being flooded right now. And again, that is the footbridge built just a couple of years ago that allows people to walk between the two peninsulas. Nick Upham, who is the public works director and also the fire chief, told us that it almost flooded on Wednesday. So we are definitely on standby to watch to see if that will be flooding as well. There are some people over there running around in the water, kind of sightseeing. Of course, as Keith said, some of this water is coming up to the sewer. So definitely not stuff you want to spend a whole lot of time in, because it's just not that clean. But for now, we are continuing to monitor these symptoms, or these conditions here in the tidal area, and with these businesses that continue to be flooded. We had a chance to catch up with the owner of one of the pizza shops that was flooded, where you guys tuned in earlier. And we asked him about how this flooding stacks up and how the community support has been surrounding all of these local coastal communities.
I've had people just reaching out asking if they could help, but I mean, at the end of the day, there isn't much we can do. You know, the floor floats, we dry it out, and we put it back together.
And of course, we still aren't at that pinnacle of high tide yet. We still have a few more minutes to go, but as you can see with the surge and the high tide, we can gain water level by inches in just a couple of minutes. So it remains to be seen if that footbridge will be flooded, but we will continue to monitor the conditions here. So far, we're live in the Boothbay Harbor region. Jack Mulmud, News Center, Maine.
Jack, our thanks to you for the perspective of really what's happening in that community. And